Jumbo's been through the programme a couple of times. Initially, as we do with a number of players in his part of his development plan going forward with the Dragons when he was much younger, and then last year, obviously, he was very unlucky at the start of the season with a fracture to his leg, and then part of his rehab, he came in with us, made use of what we can offer as an environment, and he ended up playing 6 tournaments, which kind of bridged the gap for him in that period where he's finding it difficult coming back into things with the Dragons, but put him in a fantastic place for pre-season then, and he grasped that with both hands.
I was lucky enough to get the opportunity to go away with the sevens. I had to get a little bit fitter. I was a little bit unfit from where I wanted to be heading into the sevens. The
initial part of his rehab, he came away with us to Sydney and Wellington last year, and it acted like a mini pre-season for him.
I think Hong Kong sevens is the one that sticks out. The atmosphere there is unrivaled with anything I've ever experienced, so I've thoroughly enjoyed that. It's hard, the training camps before, we normally ramp it up probably about 3 weeks before we go. When we arrive at the place, we arrive about a week early. We have about 2 real tough training sessions at the start of the week, and then it's just recovery then. You do get a chance to go see the cities and the sites, which is brilliant, but mainly it's just rest because it's going to be a tough 2 days on the weekend. He's
been fantastic for us in both periods when he's been involved with us in the programme.
I think it's brilliant. I think particularly for some young players who want to get that exposure to a high intensity training environment, really work on their skills, get to travel, get to understand what it's like to prepare from Monday to a weekend to play at the highest level. I think it's a really outstanding tool in terms of helping develop players for the 15s game as well as obviously for the 7s game. Maybe physically they're not ready to play 15s yet at the regional level, but if they can get a year or 2 years on the 7th circuit, continue to develop physically, mentally, and I suppose in terms of their skill, people can see that as a pathway. I think James Benjamin has been outstanding. Obviously he was on the 7th circuit last year, didn't really play very much for 15s, but it kept him in the system, and now we're benefiting from that, and he's played 14 out of 16 games so far this season.
Oh, it's been brilliant. I just when I started playing rugby, I always wanted to play for the Dragons, and my opportunities have been quite slim in the past 2 years. I'm just thrilled to be on the pitch, really.
For me, I just saw a player who's very comfortable on the ball, and the way the game is going, you need your forwards to be multi-skilled, and he certainly has that, and he has a vision, and I just think it's brilliant that he's now playing an important role in the Dragons, and I think the 7s definitely helped his development.
It's great to see what he's done this season. Like I said, he grasped his opportunity in pre-season, so and he's kicked on with that during the year. We're really proud about that. It's something we speak with players about. Someone in James's situation, he comes back, has a stint in our environment, in our programme, and it sounds quite cruel, but once they go back, we don't necessarily want to see them again, because it is a big part of our programme in developing players, and if they're kicking on in their regions, we as staff and as players very proud of that, and we're watching James with huge admiration and a lot of pride.